directly from the Alma High School News Studio, covering news and sports from where it matters. You're watching the Airedale.
Welcome to the Airedale. I'm Michael Farrell.
And I'm Ben Mitchell.
And today we will be talking about homecoming, the new buildings, the band competition season, plus much more coming up on the Airedale. It was homecoming last week here at Alma High School. The ceremony during 7th period on Friday introduced Queen Rachel and her court. Our homecoming football game also went very well. Lewis Alexander has more on the homecoming week.
Homecoming for people can be exciting, and for the Queen, the most exciting. We talked to the homecoming queen, Rachel James, to see her thoughts.
It's an honor to receive the nomination to be homecoming queen, and I'm very excited. I'm really excited to go to the primary school with the little kids. We get to do a parade and walk around the primary school, and I do a CSO class, and I have a kindergartner class, and so they get to walk with me, and I get to help them make a float, so I'm really excited for that.
But not everyone understands how it will go down. We talked to Mr. Kirkendall for more information on the homecoming and the parade.
We'll have a ceremony in the Performing Arts Center during 7th period to honor them, as well as senior football players. And then, of course, on Friday night, before the homecoming game with Pea Ridge, they will be on our field and be acknowledged. And
there's a lot of preparation that goes into homecoming. With the games, the dress, and the celebration, it can get stressful for everyone involved. But it's still a fun experience, no doubt. This has been Lewis Alexander with Airwaves Media.
An art student at Alma has won an international art competition. Destiny Wheeler talked to Natalia Moore about how she feels about this tremendous achievement.
By using her creative mind and artistic abilities, Natalie Moore has won Artist of the Week on Artsonia. This is amazing because it is a national contest, and only 2 people from Alma High School has won this contest. She created a Zentangle piece starring Michael Clifford, an Australian musician known as the leading guitarist from 5 Seconds of Summer. Here is Natalie Moore to tell us how she feels about winning Artist of the Week.
I don't know, really surprised and shocked, and I don't know, I'm very happy about it.
What kind of mediums did Natalie use to create this wonderful masterpiece?
I just used pencil and paper. Oh, and scissors, because I cut it out.
What inspired Miss Ferguson to create this project? Here's Miss Ferguson to tell us more.
So Natalia's in my Art 2 class, and that class is very student-driven. I just kind of give them a little bit of a prompt, and then they just kind of take it and run with it. And so the prompt for that project was, we called it Zentangle Hair Project, and they had to pick a person, pick a celebrity, and they had to cut out that picture of their face, and then they had to use Zentangle and pattern to create texture and show their hair, but you do it using pattern instead of mark making.
I wonder what kind of work she'll do next. I am Destiny Wheeler from Airwaves Media.
Ben Mitchell is continuing his Teacher Highlight of the Week series with his interesting look into Miss Von Devender.
Alma High School has hired several new teachers for this school year. Miss Van Devender, like Mr. Duke, is one of our first-year teachers here at Alma High. We asked Miss Van Devender how she feels about being a new teacher here. Here's what she had to say on the subject.
Being a teacher. I am very excited to be teaching here at Alma. I have always wanted to teach here. It's been kind of a dream of mine, so getting to be here around the students and around all the new and incredible teachers, I'm very excited to be here.
Here Miss Van Devender speaks on how she feels about Alma as a whole.
I love Alma. I graduated from here in 2017, so I'm excited to be back, and I love being involved in the community.
Well, there's our Miss Van Devender. I hope that story brought to light how epic she is. This is Ben Mitchell for Airwaves Media.
Mr. Kelly sponsors the Food for Friends Club here at Alma High School. They collect food donations for people in need in our community. They're collecting non-perishable items to donate to the Community Outreach Center. Aiden Mills and Declan Saunders have more on Food for Friends.
Food for Friends is a group in Alma that gathers canned and non-perishable food to donate to people who need it. The food is gathered for the people who can't eat. Mr. Kelly is a science teacher in Alma High School who created the group Food for Friends in 2017.
Food for Friends is an organization that was started by a group of seniors several years ago. I was teaching an ACT prep class, and we were trying to come up with ways to have more community service information and community service hours on our resumes and applications. And we kind of decided as a class there to, instead of doing traditional things, to go ahead and maybe start something of our own. And so we had a couple of seniors that really stepped up and got the ball rolling. And since they graduated, the program was such a big success that we just have continued that program all the way through today.
Compared to pre-COVID to post-COVID, the amount of people who can't afford food has significantly increased. Their group has significantly grown in size since it first started in 2017. So will you help your community? This is Declan Saunders and Aiden Mills for Airwaves Media.
Construction is now underway by the football field for a new agriculture building and activities building. Levi Stringfellow, Hunter Cole, and Cole Howard have more.
Two years ago, Alma High School started the development of a new area within school grounds, researching with coaches in various agri facilities across the state and across Oklahoma.
When this is complete, you can see behind me that you have the far behind me, we have an agricultural barn that's going to house pigs, goats, cows, and sheep. Here next to the safe room, we're going to have 2 agri classrooms with an agri shop. That's going to have some welding areas, some wood areas.
According to Assistant Superintendent Biggs, the barn should be ready by next school year, and the indoor facility should be ready by January of 2024.
So there's all kinds of opportunities that this indoor facility will allow all of our students, not just athletes, to use.
This is Cole, Levi, and Hunter with Airwaves Media.
Alma has changed its grading website. Students and teachers are now using the Home Access Center for grades. Caden Daspit and Braden Peppas took a look into this change to the school district.
In many years past, the grading system that was used at Alma High School was called Chalk. Chalk is a planning platform primarily used by schools in order to keep grades in a gradebook. However, in more recent years, Chalk has been replaced. Whilst Chalk was a great and easy resource for students and teachers, it seemed to have been too expensive in order to keep around. Instead, we have a new program known as HAC. HAC. It stands for Home Access Center and is now used statewide across schools in Arkansas. It's a free program that is provided by the state.
We used it a lot for grading and stuff, and it was just really easy to get used to.
HAC can be accessed by students in order to check their grades, progress, and their attendance. We asked a few students for their thoughts on this new program.
I personally have a positive opinion.
So it seems as if we have mixed opinions. Some students enjoy HAC, while others think it is difficult to maneuver. On the other hand, we decided to gain the perspective of a teacher on the matter. What did they think?
I thought some of its features were easier to use, inputting grades and also putting in comments I preferred. But there were some other things like running reports that I did not find as usable.
So we can all probably see we have many opinions on the switch from Chalk to HAC. Though, as always, Alma High School will continue strong throughout change.
The Technology Student Association is a great way for students to learn about engineering, robotics, and other technical skills. Abigail Spencer and Peyton Phillips talked to some members to learn more about TSA.
TSA stands for Technology Student Association. TSA is a part of STEM, an app-building class to help students unlock a brand new part of themselves. TSA covers all aspects of technology. With this, TSA helps students have a better understanding of technology. In TSA, there are many competitions. Let's talk to Ms. Parker about what TSA is and get more inside information about what it is.
TSA stands for Technology Student Association. It is the student organization with our career tech class. It is an organization for students who are interested in science, technology, and engineering. They can compete at the state and national level with STEM-related competitions.
TSA can help students in many ways, with future jobs, scholarships, and more. With TSA, students can achieve more than they ever thought possible. Over 250,000 students in middle schools and high schools across the country are in TSA, showing how many people love this program. Let's talk to Shelby Norris about how she is doing in this class and how it affects her.
TSA prepares us for the future because it teaches us how to solve problems and how to work with other people that you may not always like. And it also helps us beat a deadline and prepare for everything that you need to know for the future. In TSA, you find a project or a category that interests you, and then you have to fulfill it based on the prompt. For example, you could do biotech, and this year it's to design something for NASA to use to store food when you go up into space. And even though there already is something that's designed for that, you're supposed to be creative and find new ways, maybe even better ways.
My opinion on TSA is that it's very helpful in leading into your creative side and preparing you for the future, kind of what you want to go into in STEM field in general.
TSA helps students with leadership skills and skills in the 21st century. With that being said, these future app developers also can be in game-making competitions. Yes, game-making competitions. To get into these competitions, you have to be in TSA. These competitions include architectural design, audio podcasting, biotechnology design, board game design, children's stories, coding, digital video production, drone challenges, engineering designs, essays on technology, fashion design and technology, flight endurance, and more. There are more than 70 plus events in the Arkansas area. In conclusion, TSA can be an important thing to people who love it. I recommend that you join it. If you don't, you might miss out. This is Abigail R. Spencer from Airwaves.
At the cafeteria, you can expect a good meal and a nice rest from the school day. Hunter Brewer and Joseph Lynn took a look into the Alma High School cafeteria.
Here at Alma High School, when your stomach starts growling, you may want to stop by for the Union for something good to eat. Each day we'll have different selections of hot lunch followed by a la carte with a variety of fruits and veggies with different types of drinks.
That goes with your meal, and then we also have a la carte items, which you pay for those, and those are your chips, your cookies, and your fountain drinks and your bottled sodas and water. And you can have french fries with any of your meals. You can have any of the sides with your meals. But your meals include a main entree, fruit and vegetable, and milk and juice.
So stop by when you are ready for something healthy to eat. This is Joey and Hunter for Airwaves Media.
Mr. Edwards sponsors the Alma High School Quiz Bowl team. They compete in live competitions and have a lot of fun doing so. You might want to consider joining, so Evan Sanderson has more on our Quiz Bowl team.
The new Alma Quiz Bowl coach, Mr. Edwards, said he is excited to be learning what Quiz Bowl is. And I was also excited to help kids who haven't done it before. Mr. Edwards is here to tell you more about Quiz Bowl.
Quiz Bowl, it's a AAA activity that's essentially, it boils down to being trivia, but just competitive trivia. So it's the same thing like if you've played with your parents at home or friends. It's questions that are going to be developed by writers and then set in a certain format. 4 rounds. One of them is called the toss-up, which is what everyone knows, where you ask generic or just off the top questions, and then you hit a buzzer and try to answer it. It's a point system like most sports, and if you have the most points at the end, you win.
Student Kyle Bowen said he likes the new teacher running Quiz Bowl.
Oh yeah, Mr. Edwards is a real one.
He also said it takes dexterity.
Well, you gotta answer questions, and whoever's the fastest wins.
Weston King says it doesn't take brains to do Quiz Bowl.
No, I think it more takes memory and interest.
I'm Evan Sanderson for Airwaves Media.
If you were at school October 7th, you most likely went to the seminar about suicide awareness. It opened the eyes of many people to one of the top leading causes of death among teens. Gemini Shong has more on suicide awareness and prevention.
A couple weeks ago, we had a special guest speaker, Ricky Turner, who helps and teaches us the ways with suicide prevention. At Alma High School, I believe that the students, counselors, teachers, administrators, or just anyone close do a good job at helping out those in need. On this topic, I want to know some more helping hands with suicide prevention. So I asked the counselors what are ways to help or to carry out this kind of situation.
Just to pay attention. That is the biggest thing, to pay attention to your friends, and anytime that there is something that is concerning you or that just seems off with them, to ask and not ignore. So kind of, if you see something, say something kind of thing. But ask your friend directly if there's anything going on, if they need some help, if they need support. And then, of course, if there is something going on, to reach out to a trusted adult so that they can make sure that the student or your friend or family member gets help that they need in order to stabilize and to improve.
If you or know anyone close, call the number 988 for the help you or the person you want to help in need. This is Gemini Shang, and this is Airways Media.
Our Alma High School marching band is in their competition season, and they've been going to competition since the 1st of October. And personally, as a band member myself, we put in an extravagant amount of effort for these competitions. Sarah Nutt talked to our vocal soloist about the band competitions.
Alma High School's band is a big deal. They provide the performance you see at every football game, and it's quite the popular elective. But band isn't just about playing for football games and pep rallies. Every year, they go to competition. The marching contest is when several high school bands compete against each other and are graded on several different aspects. During competition, bands from high schools all around the state separately perform shows to be judged on 5 main criteria: visuals, which judge color guard and the band's body movements; fundamentals, which judge the ability to keep proper form and stay visible during the show; the amount of players on the field; music; and show difficulty. The more difficult the show, the more points the band receives, as long as they can play it correctly. During competition, Alexis Wofford will be performing a vocal solo. Let's see how she feels about the event.
And I like singing my solo like when everybody else is marching, because I'm not marching during my solo. I'm standing in one spot just singing it. So everybody else is marching and I'll sing while they're marching. It's just, and I've sung it every single day, every day, like at practice, at home, just constantly singing it and trying new different things.
For many in band, competition can be stressful, but it's not just about performing the show. People from so many different schools all come together at one event, and many say that it's a great opportunity to meet new people. It's also interesting to see the shows that other schools have to perform. For those in band, I wish you good luck this competition season. I'm Sarah Nutt with Airwaves Media.
The cheer team adds a lot of entertainment to the school and its events. From football and basketball games to pep rallies, the cheerleaders make sure the students are excited. Dane Barker and Connor Lyons took a deeper look into the cheer team.
Cheer has been a fast-growing sport for the past couple of years. Coach Law says it brings athletics and school spirit together. 97% of cheerleaders are females and the other 3% are male.
Cheer encompasses a lot. I always like to say that it's more than just a sport. It's not just a sport. It has the athletic side, but it also has the school spirit side. So we're, doing the athletic side for our competition, but we're also raising spirit for our football teams, our basketball teams, and hosting pep rallies and everything like that.
Cheer to me is working as a team and growing together as one and working for a championship.
Cheer is a family-type atmosphere and is a fun sport to be a part of.
I really like doing stunts. They're my favorite thing in competition. And tossing those girls up and doing it by myself just shows like I'm a big dude. I can do it. It's pretty cool.
If you want to join Cheer, talk to Coach Law. This is Dan and Connor for Airwaves.
iPhone versus Android. It's a debate that many high school students have been having since the release of the first iPhone. But which phone do the students of Alma prefer? Stetson Goodson talked to the halls and to ask around.
Android and iPhone users have always had a debate about which is better, so I decided to go out and get people's opinion on the subject.
I think iPhones are better, mostly just because Androids can be really glitchy a lot of the times, and I don't think you get that as much with iPhones, so I choose iPhones.
I choose iPhone over Android, mainly because I just had an iPhone my whole life, and I never saw the purpose in an Android, really.
iPhone is the better option. I'm not saying this as an owner of iPhone technology, but despite the monopoly Apple has on their own products, the products do have a guaranteed quality to them. There's a serious level of quality control. The iOS updates that do patch out their older phones are kind of, I'm not even gonna lie, they're kind of crappy, but the new features that they do add are consistently good.
I believe that Android is better because of its durability, storage, and it actually gets upgrade other than just the camera. This has been Stetson Goodson reporting from Airwaves Media on whether iPhones or Android is better in different people's opinion.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Airedale. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure to follow all of our social medias at Airwaves Media. And as always, go Airedales.